In a world where quality business information is needed, we bring you On the Mic with Mike, the leading social enterprise business show in RVA. Join Mike King, the partnership guru, as he delivers game changers in Metro RVA. On the Mic with Mike showcases how business can help make society better. He discusses tech, culture, innovation, best business practices, and highlighting area nonprofits. Join Mike Monday through Friday, because it is the place where the best and brightest come to chat.
Mike King is a businessman. He's a businessman with his own talk show. On the Mic with Mike. He's the best business radio program in the game.
My name is Isabel, and you're listening to Mike King Biz Hubby. That's my scam.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the Mic with Mike, the premier business radio program around. I'm your host, Mike King. I appreciate you being here with me. The views expressed here are mine. I have no connection to, support, of agreement with any of the host information ads on the station. I don't work for the station. My program just airs here on a daily basis. So join me as our cutting edge show. We uplift the community and showcase RVA in a different way. The sound you're listening to are emanating from the Mike King Biz Studio, which is the global epicenter of social enterprise business. You can follow me on all the social platforms, hashtag On the Mic with Mike RVA, as well as On the Mic with Mike RVA as Mike King Biz. Alrighty, so you know what time it is. We're here with the Poplar Springs crew. So normally you'll hear Lemar in here and he'll be giving a speech. But one of the cool parts about them is they always roll with the coolest people. They bring people in here. So Lemar's in studio. He even has a special guest, but we ain't, oh yeah, that's right. That's what we're gonna do. So Lemar's in studio. He brought somebody with him rocking a New Hampshire jersey. Welcome to the program.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So yeah, we can see you. You're in hiding. All right, really quickly. So Lemar, this was impromptu. This wasn't supposed to be like this right here. All right, Lemar, really quickly, Poplar Springs.
Absolutely. So my name is Lemar Tulliaferro. I'm the Director of Business Development for Poplar Springs Hospital. We are a behavioral health hospital in Petersburg, Virginia. Down there, we on about 20 acres of land, we have an acute hospital, a military hospital. We have outpatient services at the Grove, and we also have a residential treatment center. If you or a loved one is in need of assistance, feel free to give us a call at 866-546-2229 for a free over-the-phone assessment.
All right, and Lemar, really quickly, who you got with you?
So I brought my lovely daughter. This is
My name is Olivia.
Olivia, welcome to the program. And you are here because you are tied to your guest today.
Yes, we are.
You're not just here because Dad's here and you're hanging out. You got skills. You got skills. All righty. So really quickly, Lemar, bring the microphone around over there. Just pull that one to you. All righty. And so, all righty. Let's say it's a business radio show. So, doctor, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Dr. D. Polani Lucas. It's great to be here, Mike. Thank you for having me, and thank you, Lemar. And it's so good to see Olivia here today. I'm president and CEO of Policy Pathways. We are a nonprofit organization based in Richmond, Virginia. We provide education, training, and development opportunities for youth ages 15 to 25 who are interested in becoming leaders in public policy, public administration, and international affairs.
One of the best parts about having your own radio show is I talk to a lot of people, and there are times politicians and political people come in, and you know what I always ask them? Where does the next generation of you come from? And then I look over there, there you go. So really quickly, Olivia's part of a program.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that program. Then Olivia thought she was just coming here and just gonna hang out. It don't work like that. Nope. So Doc, tell us about the program.
Yes, well, Olivia completed our Summer Academy for Policy Leadership and Public Service online. That's a 2-week program. It's intensive. And she was able to learn about critical thinking, policy formation, policy analysis, advocacy and persuasion, and she completed a capstone project. Over that time, the 2 weeks, students are immersed in more than 70 hours of policy course-related content. Not only did Olivia complete the 2 weeks in the Summer Academy, she went on into our 5-week internship program. Our internship program focuses on policy research. This is important because quantitative methods, quantitative analysis, these subjects create barriers for many students of color, and they don't go into policy because they aren't familiar with statistics and quantitative methods. Well, our goal at Policy Pathways is to provide early insights into this subject matter so that students know that they can complete this material. They are familiar when they apply to college. Our goal is to help students stand out in academic, talent, and career pipelines so that they can be successful. We are focused on student success.
One of the things we always talk about, it's the whole political system, and students and young people aren't engaged. They don't care, they don't care. They're not worried about it, but clearly that's not the case. All righty, Olivia, let's talk about the program. Tell us what it was like and how did you find out about the program?
My dad.
You know what? One of the
My
cool
dad.
things, shout out to your dads, shout out to give dad a little credit. I know sometimes we do, it'd be rough. Dad, we work on credit. We do. I try and get as much as I can. So, all right, so you went to the program. Did you know, were you interested in politics before?
I was always interested in women's rights. So
Can you pull the mic to you just a little bit?
yeah, and I was always interested in that. So I think my dad gave me the idea, and at first I was like, no, because it was over the summer, and
I understand that, yeah.
But then I realized that it was about things that I actually wanted to learn about. So
we're at a time right now where women's rights, everything is, whether it's title. You also talked about Title IX. That was something. So for our listeners now, I'm a sports junkie. For our listeners who are not aware, tell people what Title IX is.
Title IX is a.
It's just we don't have to give the corporate big time. Tell people what Title IX is.
Title IX is basically a law that was made to help women have rights with sports and sports.
In sports, okay. So it even a playing field that if we're going to give money to guys, we got to give money to girls.
Right.
And so because before that, shocking that wasn't the case.
Exactly.
Alrighty, so you're in the program. You meet some other cool people in the program?
Yes, it was mainly over Zoom, but
That's bad. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I understand. Alrighty, so the program, when you finish it, what was it that you learned, the best thing you learned about the program?
I think the best thing that I learned was I learned about why it happened and how, like, ways to fix it, which I think was the best thing. And I also got to learn more about my culture. So I like that.
Do you ever see yourself running for office? Anything in politics?
Maybe.
There you go. So, because like I said, we always ask young people, people who are already in. Politics is a dirty fight, a lot of things going on. Like, how do you convince somebody to get involved and engage? So, Doctor, you guys also pay the young folks, which is a beautiful thing.
Yes, our motto is learn and earn.
I like
And
that.
that's during our internship program. But to participate in the internship program, you must complete the 2 weeks of the Summer Academy. So overall, it's 7 weeks. And our interns earn $1,000. So Saturday, we were at Signs and Wonders Ministry in Chesterfield, and Olivia and 3 other students who completed the internship program received their $1,000. So we want to give a shout out to Pastor David and Dr. Laura and Mega Mentors and say thank you so much We also want to give a shout out to Hampton Roads Community Action Program, to Richmond Public Schools, and to the City of Richmond Mayor's Youth Academy, because they also sponsored students and covered the cost of tuition and stipends.
So Olivia, here you go. We spare no expenses. So one of the things when we talk to nonprofits and we had this conversation offline, changing the world ain't cheap, easy, or free. Nonprofits are out there hustling, let's talk about the people who sponsor, support you guys, because you have an important mission, and what we're trying to do is make it work. So how do you engage? What is it that you guys need as a nonprofit?
We need financial support, so contributions. Our fall celebration is coming up October 20th.
I got something for you.
And
I got something.
all right, and so we're asking, go to our website, policypathways.org, to learn more about what we do and about our fall celebration. And we are going to have a dynamic keynote speaker. We recognize policy leaders, and also we recognize young people who are who are involved in policy making and public service, and they also receive awards and gifts.
There you go. On the mic, we're here. As I always say, Poplar Springs are great partners of ours. They're out there making changes in the community, supporting. We got to go away right now because I always say the microphone ain't free. Plus, my grandkids need stuff. So make sure you take a listen to our sponsors and advertisers. We'll be back shortly.
Mike King says.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody go up. And they stay there.
That's right.
And they say yeah. And they say yeah. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in
You would
the
get
air.
like, don't like to say, why do you have that?
Business show in RVA.
People's are.
On the mic with Mike in RVA.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the mic of Mike, the premier business radio program around. We're coming to you. This is part of the Mike King Business Network, which is ESPN Richmond 106.1 every day from 5 to 7, and Choice 105.3, 2 to 3 p.m., as well as International Business Growth Radio. This is the Poplar Springs Hour. We got the crew in the house. Lemar is here. Really quickly, once again, give everybody the Poplar Springs info.
Absolutely. So my name is Lemar Taliaferro, Director of Business Development for Poplar Springs Hospital. We're a mental health hospital in Petersburg, Virginia. So if you have a loved one or a friend that needs assistance, you can feel free to reach out to us toll free at 866-546-2229 for over-the-phone assessment. And we treat adolescents from 11 to 17, adults, and also our military.
Yeah, and military dependents.
Yes, sir.
There you go. And they're able to help you. So we always talk about what type of services are out there, people needing help in the community. But right now we're talking about public policy. We're talking about policy engaging young folks too. So
Yes.
Doc, once again, you're back with us. How can people find the information about your organization out there?
Well, they can go to policypathways.org, or you can reach us at info@policypathways.org. That's our email address, or by phone at 804-814-7197.
All righty. When people are here, I always say, you got them credentials behind that name. We're gonna show some respect to those. Let's talk about your pathway to the organization where you are now.
Well, it's interesting. It goes back to being raised in Oakland, California.
Shout out to the Bay.
It's the
You know
Bay
what?
Area.
So I used to, this is a side note, I used to live in Monterey. We used to go to the Bay. That was before, the whole Silicon Valley. It was the Bay, and the Bay was cool. it's a progressive place. California changed my way of thinking,
Yeah.
period. So it's not shocking that you were in education doing this right here. It's a
Right.
total mindset. It's different than the East Coast.
I was raised in elementary school, introduced to the Oakland Tribune. Shout out to the Oakland Tribune. Learning about social policy. This is when civil rights and the Black Panthers and a lot was going on in Oakland. And those of you who are from Oakland and West Oakland, Defirmary Park, we just learned about being responsible as a community for others, for ourselves. And at that time, we were reading a newspaper article, and I saw these charts about social policy and welfare policy. And I was fascinated at that time. And I said to myself, I want to do that. And from there, I went on, graduated from El Cerrito High School, went on to Cal State Hayward, went on and then graduated from Harvard Business School. But while in Oakland, I worked in city government as an intern. I was president of the student body, the first Black woman president of the student body at Cal State Hayward. So I was very much involved with politics and what was going on. That's when I met Maxine Waters and Governor Wilder. He wasn't Governor Wilder then, but I met him then. A lot was going on. So when I went to Harvard Business School, I was very interested in how can government learn from the frameworks of business. Graduated from the business school, decided to go to divinity school, so completed my second master's in.
I thought I saw a preacher in there somewhere.
At the Harvard Divinity School, wrote a book called God and the Self, and it examines how we come to know ourselves and how we come to know God, drawing upon some of the modern thinkers in the Western tradition. Went on to then do work around, this is jumping ahead, I married a preacher.
Should've known.
So I am.
I come from a long line of preachers. I say the Army got me.
I married a preacher, Reverend Dr. Fred Lucas. Give a shout out to Reverend Fred. But then went to New York and did some work, policy work around women who are living with HIV/AIDS. And that work was with the New York State Department of Health and United Way. Came to Virginia, completed my PhD at the Wilder School. Shout out to the Wilder School and everyone at VCU, and focused on health policy. And now I teach at Reynolds Community College in business and economics, and also run Policy Pathways. So Policy Pathways gives me an opportunity. It allows for an interdisciplinary approach to understanding policy issues. We teach young people about policy windows and how you have to have problems and proposals and policies and politics all coming together. It creates an opportunity for change. But because the academy is so siloed, where you have housing in one school and social welfare in another and health in another, we want to situate young people at the nexus of a variety of policy streams and really help them to understand this interdisciplinary approach, the intersectionality that's important to address policies effectively.
Okay, I'm done. And when you talk about a resume and touching all bases, so when you're a kid, so I had Alfred Liggins on, and he talked about Black radio. And when you bring up the newspaper, you know, from Philly, you read the Tribune.
That's right.
That's what you do. That's where you got our news from. So we got to talk some more. Like, this does not do you justice. We ain't taking up We ain't taking a Poplar Springs time. This got to be on Mike's time right here, because this is good. All right, Olivia, really quickly, anything you want to add in? How can people find, what's next for you? Running for office? Or what are you running for? Governor,
Finish high school first.
What, we're
And then-
touring colleges.
You're touring colleges, okay. Which ones have you seen so far?
Well, the first one that we're gonna look at is VCU.
Okay,
So,
We
and
also want-
then, James Tyler.
No, it was called John Tyler, they changed the name,
Right.
but we also, she really wants to look at Virginia State. as
there
well.
you go. Shout out to good, I'm down there on Wednesday teaching, I'm broadcasting from there, that's what I'm doing.
Oh,
Shout out to John Young and all the great things he does down there. John Young knows everybody. All righty, on the mic with Mike. Doc, one last time, how can people find information about you?
Find us at policypathways.org. You can email us at info@policypathways.org or call 804-814-7197.
One of Mike, I tell you, we bring the best and the brightest. She's coming back again. I got some unfinished business we got to talk about. One of Mike, the best business radio program around. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Now take care.